Yeah, I want to buy a gun.
That's illegal.
Radiohead. Leave him alone, man.
Two men try to rob a teenager on a subway. They think it's easy. Just another scared kid. Just another night in New York City. They take his headphones, they laugh. They feel untouchable. But seconds later, everything changes. Shots are fired. Both men drop to the ground. And the person holding the gun is not a cop, not a security guard, not someone trained for this. Just a woman standing in a subway car, alone, calm, and completely unrecognizable from the person she used to be just a few weeks ago. That same woman ends up inside a small convenience store late at night. A man bursts through the door, aggressive, unstable, dangerous. He's not there to buy anything. He's there because his ex-wife works the register and he wants something from her. Money, control, submission. The argument escalates fast. The cashier is terrified. The children in the back are terrified. And somewhere behind a shelf, hidden in the shadows, a woman is trying not to breathe too loudly. She stays perfectly still. She watches. She waits. And then her phone rings. One small mistake, 1 second of bad luck, and now he knows she's there. He starts moving toward her, slow, deliberate, like a man who has done this before. There is no back door, no one coming to help, no time to think through options, just a shelf between her and a man who has already killed once tonight. So she makes a choice. She pulls the trigger, and just like that, it's over. By the time the police arrive, the scene is quiet. The man is dead, the store is empty, and whoever pulled that trigger is already gone. Detective Sean Mercer walks through the crime scene and notices something strange. The shooter wasn't a professional. The angle is wrong. The positioning is wrong. This was someone acting out of pure desperation, but they stayed calm enough to take the security footage before leaving. That detail stays with him. Her name is Erica Bain. She hosts a radio show about life in New York City. She has a warm voice, the kind people trust, the kind that makes strangers feel less alone during a late-night commute. She has a fiancé named David, a doctor, a good man, the kind of man who notices when you're sad before you say a word. They have a dog named Curtis. They have a future planned. They have everything. Until one evening, they don't. It starts as a walk in the park, simple, quiet, the kind of thing you do 100 times without thinking, but Curtis runs ahead, disappearing into a tunnel at the far end of the path. And when they follow him in, 3 men are waiting, not random, not panicked, waiting. They want the ring on her finger. They want the watch on her wrist. They want to feel powerful at the expense of 2 people who never did anything to anyone. David tries to protect her. He steps forward. He refuses to back down, and they beat him for it. Not quickly, not cleanly. They beat him until he stops moving, and then they walk away. And Erica lies there in the dark, barely conscious, listening to the silence where his voice used to be. She wakes up in a hospital 3 weeks later, and the first thing she learns is that David is gone. He died while she was unconscious. He died alone. And the men who killed him are still out there, still free, still untouched by any consequence. She tries to go back to her life. She really tries. But the city feels different now. Every stranger on the street is a potential threat. Every dark corner holds something waiting. She can't sleep. She can't eat. She can't walk to the corner store without her heart racing. The woman who used to talk about New York with love and warmth on her radio show now crosses the street to avoid groups of men she doesn't recognize. She goes to the police. She sits in the waiting room. She takes a number. She waits and waits, and no one calls her name. No one comes. The system that is supposed to protect people like her is too slow, too full, too indifferent to notice one more victim sitting quietly in a plastic chair. So she leaves. and she goes to a gun store instead. They tell her there's a 30-day waiting period, forms to fill out, approvals to wait for, but fear doesn't wait 30 days. Fear is already here, already inside her, already changing the way she moves through the world. So when a man outside the store offers her a pistol for $1,000, no paperwork, no waiting, she takes it. That same night, she uses it for the first time. She goes back on air the next day, but her voice has changed. She talks about fear, about violence, about how New York is becoming a city where ordinary people feel powerless, about how the streets belong to the wrong people, about how victims are told to wait, to be patient, to trust a system that keeps failing them. Her listeners call in. They agree. They're angry. They're scared. They feel exactly what she used to feel. But Erica isn't scared anymore. Something has shifted, something quiet and permanent, something she can't explain and doesn't try to. Then the subway happens. Two men, same type, same energy, same assumption that no one will stop them. They pick the wrong car, they pick the wrong night, 2 shots, 2 bodies, and Erica walks off at the next stop without looking back. Detective Mercer is now certain, same bullets, same pattern, same ghost, and then he sees her face. He recognizes her from the Central Park attack report. He starts watching her, talking to her, getting close. She agrees to interview him for her show, trying to keep him at arm's length, trying to understand how much he knows. He suspects everything. He can prove nothing. Not yet. One night she gets into a stranger's car. A girl inside looks unconscious, barely breathing. Erica thinks she's helping, but the doors lock. The man driving explains calmly that the girl is a trafficker's property, and now so is Erica. He thinks he's in control. He's made a serious mistake. She puts the gun to his head. She gets the girl out. And when he tries to run them both over, she fires again. Now she's not reacting anymore. She's hunting. There's a difference. Reacting means fear is still in charge. Hunting means she made a decision, a cold, deliberate, irreversible decision. And once you make that decision, there's no version of yourself that goes back to who you were before. She tracks down the girlfriend of one of the men who attacked her in the park. She pays for an address, and then she finds something she was never supposed to see. A video, recorded on a phone that night in the tunnel. The attack, David's face, the moment he fell. She watches every second of it, every blow, every sound. And when it ends, she sends one message to Detective Mercer. Just one word, goodbye. Mercer understands immediately. He runs. She finds them first, one by one. No speeches, no warnings, no hesitation. Just the end of something that should have ended the night they walked into that tunnel, until the last one. The one who started it. The one who held the camera that night in the tunnel and laughed while David was dying. And that's when Mercer catches up. He has his gun drawn. He has enough evidence now. He could stop her. He should stop her. That's what the law says. That's what every training manual, every courtroom, every principle he swore to uphold says. He looks at her. She looks at him. 2 people standing in the same city, on the same side of something, but arriving there from completely different directions. And then he makes a choice that has no clean answer. No version of this that looks right on paper. He hands her his gun. She uses it.